Good morning and have a blissful day. I am Dr. N. Gurappa. Welcome to my YouTube channel titled The Quantum Wave Particle Duality or Non-Duality. As I told in my last couple of videos, I am starting a short video series on some selected science topics, and the present one is the first video among them actually. See the description box for links of my earlier videos. All these videos will be published in this YouTube channel in a playlist titled A Short Video Series on some selected science topics. This playlist contains purely non-technical talks for general audience. Here, one more playlist titled Foundations of Quantum Mechanics contains purely technical talks. The first topic I would like to present is concepts involved in quantum mechanics. But before entering into the conceptual basis of quantum mechanics, let's try to understand the properties of light and then knock the doors of quantum mechanics. So let us see light first and then go to quantum mechanics. All of us know that eyes are supposed to be the most important sensory organs among the others. So, gaining knowledge about the light results in the scientific enlightenment, maybe even in the spiritual enlightenment. More and more learning about the light raises the realization of nature to a new height. Anyhow, this is my personal opinion about light, and I welcome you to express your opinions about light in the comment box. Therefore, first let's have an elementary introduction to the properties of light. This alone can help us to develop some good intuition about the workings of nature, both quantum mechanics and theory of relativity. No material object in the cosmos can travel with a speed either equal to or greater than the speed of light. And if that's the case, then how come light is able to travel with the so-called speed of light? Because we know that light itself is a form of energy, of course, electromagnetic energy to be precise. It implies that light is also materialistic in nature. If Einstein's mass energy formula E equal to mc square is used, mass is equivalent to energy and energy is equivalent to mass. That's what this formula says. Here E stands for energy, m stands for mass, and c stands for speed of light, which is roughly equal to 300,000 kilometers per second. This E equal to mc square is one of the most important formula in whole of physics and maybe perhaps in the entire science. Wherever there is energy, there operates Einstein's formula. Therefore, light unavoidably has the property mass because light is a form of energy. Because of this relation, it has an equivalent mass m. This you can get m equal to actually E by c square. But just now I said that no material object or material particle can travel at the speed of light, right? This is given. Here one must be a little bit careful actually. Of course, light energy has its equivalent amount of mass, but this mass is quite different from other types of masses we find in nature. For example, consider a stone. It's available to us at rest with respect to a measuring device, say a physical balance. Hence, we can estimate its weight and then its mass. The most important thing to note here is that the stone can be made to be available to us at rest, and similarly any other material objects like electrons, atoms, molecules, etc. Now we are ready to state an important distinction between the particle of light, also known as photon, and all other material objects available to us in our cosmos. Unlike other material objects, photon can never be brought into rest with respect to us or with respect to any measuring instrument. That's precisely the reason why photons, the particle of light, always travel with the speed of light. The limiting speed of light is directly responsible for the existence of Einstein's theory of relativity. The speed of light is known as a cosmic speed limit and also it's a constant of nature. What do we mean by constant of nature? If you measure the speed of light on Earth or on a moon or somewhere in Andromeda galaxy, somewhere wherever you measure the speed of light in this cosmos, it's the same value. The value of speed of light, as I said earlier, 300,000 kilometers per second. That number is not going to change. That's why we say speed of light is a universal constant in fact. Now let's come to the other aspects of light. Light exhibits both wave and particle natures. If an object exhibits both wave and particle natures, then such a behavior is known as wave-particle duality, and quantum mechanics deals with such objects. Therefore, gaining knowledge about the light helps to the better understanding of both relativity theory and quantum mechanics, because velocity of light or speed of light is responsible for theory of relativity, and dual behavior, wave particle dual behavior is the main ingredient of quantum mechanics. Therefore, we ask the following question: what are the physical properties of light? Here, the physical properties means those properties which are measurable in an experiment, or in other words, those which are observable. So physical means we must be able to observe it. If you are unable to observe, then those properties are non-physical actually. So what are the physical properties of light? So as I mentioned just now, light exhibits both wave and particle properties. If any physical system possesses the measurables wavelength and frequency, then such a system is known as wave. Apart from these two properties, it can have two more properties like amplitude and phase. On the other hand, if any physical system possesses the measurables momentum and energy, then such a system is known as particle. Light possesses both wavelength and frequency and also momentum and energy. Therefore, light is said to behave like both wave and particle. This dual behavior is known as wave-particle duality in quantum mechanics, as I already mentioned a little while ago. But it's important to keep a couple of things in mind. Particle is a localized object. It can exist at one place at a time. But wave is a delocalized object. It spreads through entire space. This one thing should be kept in mind. In my next video, I will briefly explain the definitions of what is wavelength, what is frequency, what is momentum, and what is energy. And then I will show how beautifully light exhibits both wave and particle natures using a simple experimental setup diagrams, using a diagrammatic explanation. Any questions, doubts, criticism, or any expectation, please express them in the comment box. Thanking you for your kind attention and best regards.